ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. I think it is one of Aesop's fables where a matriarch asks her servant to please go to the market and bring her the best piece of meat. Slave comes back and he brings her a tongue. He says, "This is the best you found?" He says, "Yes, because the tongue represents what you can say. You can build up another person. You can really make him feel great. And this is the best piece of meat I found for you." The following day, the same matron says to her slave, "Well, today bring me the worst piece of meat." Comes back again with the tongue. He says, "But yesterday you brought me the tongue. It's the best there is." "Yes," he says, "you can build up a person, but you can also assassinate somebody with a tongue. You can malign a person. You can tell tales about a person." In other words, really, it depends what we do with these things, you know. The tongue is a very efficient and very dangerous instrument that we all have when we speak. According to Jewish tradition, one of the worst sins you can commit is called Lashon Hara. Lashon Hara means the evil tongue. What does that mean? It means you tell something negative about another person. You're not telling an untruth. It's true. He lied on a certain occasion. And you say, "This guy lied." And that is terrible. Our rabbis say, you know how terrible it is? It is comparable to assassinating a person. It is comparable to idol worship. It is comparable to incest. The worst thing. You know, there's also something called lehotzi shemra, to tell a lie about somebody. You say that he committed something, and it isn't true, because the man says, you know, I wasn't there at all. I was in a different place, and he can prove that he was in a different place. You told a lie about somebody. Which is worse? It seems that our rabbis consider that Lashon Hara, to tell something that is true about somebody else but is negative, is worse than telling a lie. Why is that so? I'm not too sure. Maybe it is because when you tell a lie, the other person can somehow prove it. It's a lie. He has a witness. He was in a different city when you say he committed such and such a thing. But when you tell something that is negative but true, the person has no choice. He can't rebut it. That's it. There's no rebuttal. So why is it so bad to tell something negative about another person? I'm not too sure, but I think, you know what the problem is? You are defining a person by one event in his life, by two events in his life. You know, I was never before a judge in the United States, in a courtroom in the United States, but I saw it on television, I saw it in the movies. You come before a judge, they make you raise your hand. Tell the truth. You have to tell the truth before the judge, of course, because otherwise, you know, if you prove that you're lying, they can put you in jail for it. But it's not only to tell the truth. It says the whole truth. You can't just tell a partial truth. You must tell the whole truth. I think the problem with Lashon Hara is that we judge a person by one event, by a single event, and that is a very narrow definition of the person. He may have slipped on one occasion, but on the other hand, he may have many virtues. He has done a lot of good. He has given meals to people who are hungry. He provided a roof for those that were homeless. He has done many good things in this world, and yet you judge him by one single event. I remember there was a candidate to be member of the Supreme Court in the United States, and he was being interrogated. Somebody came and said that when he was 17 years old, he had done something or other. He was in his 50s now. By one event, you wanted to judge the person, and it wasn't even proved. I don't want to go into the event. The problem is that you were judging a person by one single event. In other words, are we all saints 100%? We never commit an error. Is this the way you're going to judge a person? There's another gentleman, he wants to be president of the United States. He was vice president already, but he embraces people, maybe in an incorrect way. But the guy has been a senator for many years. He was vice president. He has tremendous experience. I am not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm just saying that we are very narrow in the way we want to evaluate a person. I think we should not only tell the truth, I think we have to tell the whole truth. When you want to judge a person, well, take a look at his biography. Take a look at what he has done. You know, there are many things that he has done in his lifetime. Well, and then make a judgment according to what you see. But when you judge a person by one single event, I think you're really assassinating that person. And it's immoral, really, to do it. Would you like to be judged by an error that you committed yesterday or many years ago, but you also have many good things that you did? Would you like to be judged by that single event where you made a mistake? I presume not. Well, if you don't like to be judged by that measure, don't do it to somebody else. Don't judge a person by a single event. Look at his entire biography and then make up your mind.